Yo, what is going on everyone? Welcome back to another video, man. On today's video, we're doing something different. I want to showcase a strategy that you can use right now in Town Hall 15, and with the drop of Town Hall 16 very soon, you're going to be able to also use this strategy just because it's a spam strategy. Now, two things about that. Everyone can spam, so go for it. Learn this strategy in this video. And also the other reason is that Darian said that the new troop that is coming into Town Hall 16 is not like a Electro Titan kind of troop. It's not like a Golem that is like a push with the Sui troop. It's kind of like is something that is good with the spam armies. Now that made me think about a lot of things. But at the same time, I was like, hold on, if it's good with the spam armies, why not to learn the spam strategies right now, like the Super Dragon, one of the best strategies to learn. But without any further ado, we're just going to jump into these attacks, and I'm going to show you how exactly you can use this strategy really efficiently on every single base. Alright, first base, we got this one. Now it's a box base. I'm bringing you a box, and I believe 2 ring bases. Maybe I'll put a diamond if I get a chance to actually hit a decent diamond base. But on the box bases, what you most likely want to do is to try, like in general, in all bases, try to snipe out one of the air defenses with the flame flinger. Now you might be saying, well, we are doing a spam army, why not just blimp or stone slammer spam it? No guys, this army, it works a bit different. Now you can see these archers, they are there to give me a nice funnel for the super dragons or my heroes, so later they don't go too far out in the areas of around the base, surrounding of the base. Now the main factor of getting a box base is either going for the town hall straight with your super dragons, or coming in from the waist or the side of like one of the scatter shots on this side. But in this case, I thought the town hall has a lot of value, plus we have the CC close to the edge, like behind the monolith, so we can get it maybe. So that's why my thought process was to get this. Now you can have the queen once on the other side, you can have a skelly spell with her, but in general I like to use the skelly spell on the back end, so that gives me more value. Now here is the key: do you pop an early warden or do you not? Yes, you do. Guys, this is the key to this strategy. You might be saying, well, we're not even on the town hall yet. Why did you pop it? It's because these loons will go behind the town hall. They will give you all those traps, and you're gonna see we entered this base with 6 super dragons, and we're gonna go at the back end with 7 super dragons, with the same super dragon from the flame flinger as well. Sorry for the dog barking, but this is why you pop an early warden ability. It is mainly for your dragons, but at the same time those loons, and look at this double freeze on the infernos, because I'm low on HP, so even a multi inferno could damage me slightly. But look at that, champion on the left side get added while the single inferno is being kind of tanked with skellies, with queen, with E-drags. Sorry, super drag. Why I keep saying E-drags, man? Crazy. But yeah, that's how simple this is. Run it into the town hall, have good funnel on both sides, and that is one of the best ways to actually triple town hall 15, which is kind of maxed, guys. This is a max town hall 15. In low legends you don't really get that much of a max bases, of course, but I tried my best to bring you as many actual bases and designed bases and maxed bases as I can. And we have a swag freeze on this one. Actually, we're just gonna use it. I mean, maybe it wasn't a swag freeze, I don't know, but we still have around 30 seconds. This is the thing with this strategy itself. Because of the flame flinger, you are gonna get good value. You're gonna remove air defense, but just make sure you manage time. If the timer goes under 2 minutes, you might have a problem. But let's go to the next hit, and we are here on the anti super archer base. You might be saying, bro, how do we take these out? Because, well, anything that goes into the core, they're gonna die. And watch out, guys, we're not going to use a log launcher to activate the core. No, I'm gonna do something really interesting with the spells this time. So I want to teach you that. I want you to know it. And yeah, unfortunately that scatter shot splashed my flame flinger, but look at this flame flinger. It's gonna give me value from this wizard tower to the air defense, to the cannon, to the inferno, to the scatter shot. So this value is way better than a log launcher. At the same time, the CC on this base is super annoying. It's on the top side, yup. But just make sure your flame flinger is completely secure and safe. What I was thinking here was that the flame flinger would have just directly targeted the mortar, so after the air defense I immediately drop a barb in case the flame flinger, like now, doesn't move and just switch to the other defense. That would be really bad, but at the same time we're getting the mortar done and dusted, so no worries there. Scattershot is also low, but the main thing here is the pathing for the super dragons into the core. You have no other troop, you can't get your heroes into the core obviously, but you know, just make sure you drop your heroes really nicely so you give that funnel. I'm dropping 2 Skelly Spell in front of that Multi Inferno. I know it's like a suicide thingy, but it is what it is, guys. It's a Warden Tower, so I want to keep these loons a bit alive for longer, so I pop the Warden ability later on this base. Look at that Queen and King giving me the funnel I need, so now there is nowhere else for these super dragons to go, except of course a few of them went to the left and a few of them are going to go to the core. So I'm gonna rage and look at these spells. Once I'm gonna freeze that invisibility tower so we get out this area, then I'm just gonna leave it. I left that invisible tower because now they're gonna move on to the next invisibility, but I freeze it already, so they have time to damage and take it out, and by that time the other invisibility tower is also off, and now I pop the Warden ability when we are inside the poison. This is a different approach with the dragons. Like, you don't see this, like you don't wait for the dragons this long to pop a Warden ability, guys, but I did specifically on this base because we had to go through a core town hall poison. That is a lot different than a box based town hall poison, okay? So keep that in mind, and I hope you understood the method of taking this base out, so the next time you see it you can absolutely smash this base. And of course we have 3 super dragons alive, royal champion, queen ability on the wall. Again, we're kind of low on time, so make sure you know exactly when to start, and as I said, it's mostly around the 2-minute marker. Don't let it go lower unless you know your super dragons will get through the base. And we're here on a ring base double rage tower. Interesting, right? It is interesting indeed, because these rage towers are deadly, but at the same time the base has a few mistakes and it's not fully maxed, but it's really maxed, you know. It is what it is, guys. I take what I can, but I'm gonna give you the whole idea of a ring base. How do you go for it? The main thing, guys, is going to be the sweepers first of all, so you need to watch where the sweepers are targeting, and as you saw from the beginning of the attack, and yes, you can see now they're targeting each other, which means you can't really come from any like air hero like the royal champion or the queen. That's what I'm looking at, because at the same time we have a monolith and the eagle which you can send your heroes to, and they are really on the side of the base, which means it's tough to reach them once your dragons are in the core. So what do? You go straight into them. That's what you do. I know the CC's on the other side. You might pull the ground CC with your heroes by the time your heroes reach there, but it's fine. We don't have a poison on this army, but it's cool, you know. So those archers at the beginning and barbarians to funnel the dragons, a baby drag to funnel the other side, so I make sure my queen and the king go to, of course, around the 2 o'clock side when I drop them at 3. But because of the monolith, make sure you always drop that skelly spells before you drop these loons and of course the super dragons. I'm gonna drop 2 there. I don't want all my dragons to go into the core. Maybe a few of them go to the sides. Guys, only 2 dragons is enough to go to the core. That is one of the things that I learned during my whole experiment with this strategy. I hit a lot of the attacks, but now pop that warden ability nicely. We're gonna dive into the core. Look at these loons. They are the key, guys. They are gathering all the traps. They're finding every single trap for these dragons. Nothing is gonna kill these dragons, and you need to drop these freezes so good on the defenses that are on your dragons. So like scattershot, single infernos, air expose, or sometimes even drop them on the spell towers before they get activated. Now the CC, we killed it, but a few of them came out. I don't know why it came out, maybe because of my king ability, I'm not sure, but well, you can see how crushed this is going to be just because of the way we drop those spells with the not too early warden ability. So we saw a very early warden ability first, and then we saw a very late warden ability, and here is a normal warden ability, so a bit more to the core. And the screenshot was to my friend that he uses super dragon. This was, I think, my first hit with the super dragon, and I was so happy to get the triple. But in general, hope you liked it, man. Let's go to the last hit. And we're here on the last hit, and one thing I want to show you on this hit, which is a bit different than the other ones, is my super dragons died too early, plus I'm going from a side. So I'm gonna show you exactly why I didn't do this method on the last base, going into sweepers that are kind of directly on you just because you want to reach the CC, earlier. This method that I'm gonna show you here is kind of strange. Don't use this just because it might not work. But at the same time, if you have a really good hero pathing and some nice spells for the heroes, you're going to Chupro. That's the thing about this strategy. It's not always about the dragons. I think on nearly all my attacks, I had 1, 2, 3 or even more dragons left. But this one, we're going to have 0 dragons and the heroes are the one to finish the base off. So again, Flameflinger for one of the air defenses. I'm just going to let the Flameflinger do the thing, that he does best, taking out these defenses. Give me a nice funnel for the super dragons. And then from the other side, I know there is a monolith the other side, but at the same time, we have Skelly Spell. So drop those Skelly Spells nicely, and I'm trying to tank this Mortar, so at least we take out one more defense before we start our attack. But look at the time, 2 minutes, 2 seconds right now, and that's how I know, guys, I need to start. I drop the Queen usually first to make sure the King doesn't go wrong, then the Super Dragons, Warden, Loons, and here is the King going in, and I dropped the Skellies a bit early so I don't forget. That's the thing about Skelly Spell, you might forget it. Now look at that Warden ability. We're getting the left dragons, but especially the Loons. They're gonna go in, pull the poison, pull that spell tower, and I'm telling you, man, these early Warden, they're good for those Loons, bro. So now that's the thing about this coming from the side of the base. Look, we're not having any dragons in the core just because of the way the sweeper kept pushing us, and we're just keep going further and further from the town hall. But make sure you take that town hall out, then you can go in with the champion on whichever side you like. I mainly chose the monolith here just because my heroes didn't go in. You don't have that much funnel troops, you don't have that much control over your hero path. But at the same time, a king ability can clear a lot for the queen, and that wall break give them both access to the other compartment. Now look at this, we are at around 70% and we have 1 super dragon left. The rest of the base, 30% of the base, is up to 3 heroes. Each hero can take up a 10% of the base, done and dusted, and there's a few good defenses left, but nothing more. We have the queen ability, and that's the thing about ring bases. If you get your queen inside one of the rings, she can really annoy the defender, because nothing is going to be able to take that queen, especially with her ability and the freeze spell. Simple as that. Even though everything died, we still have a freeze to swag. So that's how you can learn this strategy nicely to use it in Town Hall 16, maybe with even the new troop. But don't worry, I'm gonna do my best to bring you strategies for it. Hopefully I'll see you soon on the next one. Take care. Peace.